many weekends surfing in the day
and dressing as ABBA at night.
in the evening. Yeah.
we were moonlighting as ABBA.
Yeah.
Just check your baby before you leave the hospital.
There's no easy way of saying this, but we have reason to believe Theo is not your biological son.
What are you talking about?
I think the brilliance of this drama is the hook, is the question, what would you do if you find out that your child is not your own? I think whether you have children or not, you can identify with that, and it makes most people's stomachs turn at the thought of finding out a relative, a loved one, is not actually who you think they are. So it asks that universal, incredibly disturbing, complicated question of everyone. But yeah, I think more generally, it's good TV with great characters, and it will bring people together in that wonderful way that TV does. You know, we hope that people will be sitting on their couch watching it through their fingers, and turning to each other and saying, "What would you do? Who are you? Are you a Peter, Miles, a Maddie, a Lucy?" So yeah, I think we hope people will get on board and yeah, enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it.
I'm the other dad. We would like to keep Theo.
And we want to keep David.
Sometimes it was like playing nice was interrupting our holiday.
So true.
There was lots of surfing, lots of corpsing. Like the practical joke level was getting more and more outrageous as it went on, unfortunately. But it was good fun.
Yeah, and also
Niamh was a real mastermind of practical jokes.
Yeah, you were.
You were.
Yeah.
And can I say they actually played a joke on me at the end. They tried to make me film something that I didn't want to film. That wasn't there, wasn't in the script, wasn't anything. They knew. I knew they were lying, and they went so far as to get the writer, as to get the producer, the director involved. They ended up putting it on the call sheet. Like they made up a fake scene.
What was the scene?
I can't tell you because it would give away a twist. But
yeah.
We had a lot of fun. To give you an example, a sort of example of how, because we were all stuck in Cornwall for 3 months. All of us went down there. We didn't leave. We were trapped in a very happy little kind of bubble. James, at a certain point early on, realised that when I have light blonde hair, the four of us, when Jesse's here, look like ABBA. And when Halloween came around, we dressed up as ABBA and went to this massive Halloween party at this place called the Rhetoric Mill, which we then went back to many times, and had many weekends surfing in the day.
And dressing as ABBA at night.
In the evening, yeah.
We were moonlighting as ABBA.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun.
And if this show fails, there's another avenue for us.
Yeah, biopic of ABBA.
No, I thought tribute band.
Okay. Yeah.
How can they be allowed to do that? They are twisting everything.
I can understand that Miles will be a frustrating character to watch, but I really enjoyed playing that role. It's good fun. I never really get to be the baddie. It was fun. I think we all know a Miles or two, or 5 or 6. So there was definitely loads of people in my life that I've met that I definitely could, specific characters that I could draw on, but also all the little passive-aggressive, gaslighting, manipulative little quips or tricks to undermine people. Like, we've all seen that. You know, we're in an industry peppered with it, so like it's easy to see those little tactics, how to use those tactics. It was just good fun, and it was good fun to try different tactics, or to try and make Niamh corpse, or to try it was just good fun.
Yes, I mean, I was very fortunate that Kitty and James brought the book to me, and as soon as I read it, and I read it very, very quickly, I absolutely wanted to be involved. And I think you've got 4 really great psychologically complex characters, all of them really fun to write, in particular Miles, and it was really, really good fun to take the premise and then turn that into something for screen. It was really good. So it's an adaptation in the truest sense, in that we took the premise and we sort of taken the bones of the story, but we have done our own thing with them. So Miles's character is slightly different from Miles in the book. Pete, we fleshed out and made him more more lovable, I think. We really wanted to understand why each character does the things that they do, and so that, you know, as an audience, you'd be kind of drawn in different directions whilst you watched it.
It's really different from the ending of the book because
Yeah.
it's nothing like it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's different.
Grace is being very humble because actually there's so much to the book which we didn't use, and then so much, you know, there's, in episode 3 there's a whole storyline which Pete's involved with, and it's not in the book at all. It was completely created quite late on, and it's a really important strand for me in my journey in terms of, you know, Pete's character and his history, and actually Miles's as well. So in terms of, if you have read the book and you're looking for a similar ending, you won't. You've just got to watch the show.
You have to wait.
It's hard to talk about how it'll feel without giving away a lot.
Is there anything you want people to come away from the show, like, you know, oh, this is the message?
Just check your baby before you leave the hospital. Just give it a double check.
Yeah.
Just on the way out, a wee quick check.
Yeah.
That's definitely mine. Is the main thing.
Check your baby.
Just give it a wee double check.
They've been lying to us from the beginning.
So we wanted a location that felt quite intimate, so that, you know, London can feel quite impersonal in many ways, but somewhere like Cornwall, and setting it in a smaller village where, you know, these characters are embedded into the community, and this whole drama is playing out on a much more personal level, felt like it would really, like, heighten the stresses and tensions within the story. And Cornwall, I think, is obviously such a stunning location to use. You've got the coastal landscape, which we use quite a lot. It becomes another character within the story, and yeah, I think it really elevates the whole piece.
We were there after the tourists went home, and we kind of owned it for a period. It was wonderful. Yeah, it made such a difference. I remember the really early conversations we had about Italy, and then you went down for a weekend.
Yes, Judo Canal sent me off to Cornwall to go and look at some locations. So I spent a week there, and just looking at places, including the swimming pool that is often used in Penzance, and it's a fantastic place to set something like this, and you can't escape. So
it's really one of those parts of the country which are really peculiar. Like the sense of Cornwall as a cultural identity. It's like West Cork, you know, when those peninsulas on islands, when they, you know, the land runs out, and you find these people have kind of gone further and further. We really experienced the community who are indigenous to Cornwall. There's a real national pride about being Cornish, but they're all, like, in the best possible way, really eccentric. And this place we used to have when we went to the Halloween party as ABBA, it's a place called the Rhetoric Mill. The people there are just wonderful and mad, and just so rich for storytelling, because, you know, they just it was just a really, really exciting and creative place to tell this story.